Tran! Hi, Stryker.
It's good to have you back.
I'm sorry I couldn't get in to see you earlier.
Well, I know you're a busy man.
Ain't that the truth? What's this I hear about World Oil losing leases to this upstart Justin Marshall's company? Ryan been filling in the headlines.
You heard it straight, Stryker.
Phew. Justin Marshall?
Well, that's my reaction exactly. It's got everybody around here concerned.
Well, they should be.
Especially Rena. She hasn't been able to think of anything else.
Nancy, the messenger just arrived with your yearbook. Oh, honey, I know it sounds crazy, but it's going to be a big help to me. No, I just have to find a couple of things in it, so I'll have it back to you real soon. Thanks again, honey, and let's have lunch sometime, okay? All right, bye-bye. With your help, we'll find out what this big mystery is all about between TJ and Ashley.
Rena, I gotta talk to you.
Mark, can't you at least wait until I say come in when you find that door closed?
No, waste too much time.
Well, you're always in such a hurry.
I am when I got news that I can't keep. But I'll just back on out of here seeing as how you're too busy.
Oh, hold it. Don't you dare leave this room.
No, you just said.
I don't care what I say. Come on, tell me what's going on.
Well, I had a real interesting night at the coop last night.
And you talked to Ruby and Lurleen?
Mm-hmm.
About Miles Rehnquist?
Uh-huh.
What did they say?
Nothing. That's the interesting part.
What?
I get the feeling that they know a good deal more than they're telling.
I just can't get it out of my head, Ruby.
What's that?
That Gretchen is somehow involved with Brett and Ricky's disappearance.
Lurleen, you're not going to start that again, are you?
It all fits together, Ruby.
Well, almost.
Honey, you are going to drive yourself crazy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Something is going on, that's for sure.
Hi, Lurleen.
Hey, Elena.
Hi, Elena. Excuse me, Lurleen. I have some business to take care of in the office.
Have you heard anything from Ricky yet?
No, not a word. Yeah, but my hunch is that he and Brett Wheeler are having one good time.
I sure hope you're right.
Don't worry, we'll hear from him soon, I bet. You know, I wonder if Ricky's friend Joel ever got in touch with him before leaving town.
Joel?
What is it, babe?
Hey, it's all right. It's okay.
first part of Texas is brought to you by Puritan Oil. Low in saturated fats with no cholesterol. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
Speaking, may I help you? No, I'm sorry, she's not here right at the moment, but I'm her assistant. Can I help you? Oh, Mrs. Beaumont, yes, of course. Let me just look at the book. 2 o'clock on Wednesday would be fine. Okay. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, bye-bye.
Guess who?
Oh.
No fair peeking.
Oh.
You got 3 guesses.
I don't know. TJ?
No.
No. Ricky?
No. Come on, honey, you got one more guess.
Justin.
Justin?
Oh, it's Billy Joe.
Honey, why didn't you guess me?
Well, I wasn't expecting you.
Oh, no, you're expecting TJ and Ricky and Justin.
Well, you never do know, you know.
Well, no, I guess you don't.
Honey, I knew it was you the whole time.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I would recognize these hands anywhere.
You're just saying that.
Oh, come here.
You really knew it was me all the time?
Yes! But what are you doing here? Don't you have a show to rehearse?
Well, it's lunchtime.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I cannot leave the boutique. Paige isn't going to be back for a long time.
I know. We don't have to go out. I brought lunch with me.
You did what?
We're going to have ourselves a little picnic. You see, I got your favorite. Fried chicken, coleslaw, potato salad, and, of course, your favorite wine.
You know what you are. You're crazy.
Crazy?
Yes, crazy.
Well, if crazy means wanting to have a little picnic with your wife, well, then I plead guilty.
But we've had lunch together every day last week.
And if I had my way, we'd do it the next 100 years. And that goes for breakfast and dinner. Honey, just because we're working 2 separate jobs, that doesn't mean that we can't be together, huh?
You know, I know why you're doing this.
Because I love you?
That too. But also because I asked you to come over here last week.
Well, sure, honey, that's part of it. Nita, I'm never going to let you be lonely again.
Oh, honey, it wasn't because of you.
It wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Well, what was it that had you so bothered before?
Oh, it's not important.
No, Nita, now something's bothering you, and I want to know what it is.
No, let's just forget it. It's
No.
really,
Honey,
it's not
honey.
important. What?
Tell me, what is it?
It was Roger.
Ricky has a friend named Joel?
Yeah, he's a real good friend. They've known each other for years.
And he came here looking for him?
Yes, he was leaving town, and he said he just wanted to speak to Ricky before he left.
What do you think he wanted?
Probably just wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
Lurleen, I'm sure it wasn't anything important. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering, what's this Joel like?
He's just one of Ricky's friends. They're about the same age.
Lurleen, can I see you for a minute, please?
Now?
It's business.
But I was just talking to Elena.
Lurleen?
Go on, Lurleen. I'm going over to my Aunt Maggie's for lunch, and we'll talk later, okay?
All right.
Oh, listen, if Andy comes, will you tell him I'll be back for rehearsal in about an hour?
Sure.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye, Lena.
That is one person I just cannot stand. She is as rude as they come.
Ruby.
Oh, I know she's your friend, Lurleen, but honestly, I can't stand her hanging around all the time like this.
Ruby.
What?
Do you remember when we were hiding in Gretchen's closet?
Remember, how am I ever going to forget it?
Do you remember the name of the man that came to Gretchen's door when we were hiding in the closet?
Lurleen, to tell you the truth, the only thing I heard while we were standing in that closet was my own heart pounding. And I'm doing the best I can to erase it from my memory. You're not helping.
I'm just trying to figure this all out, Ruby, to help Brett and Ricky.
Oh, there you go with that spy theory of yours again.
It was Joel, wasn't it?
What was Joel?
The name.
What name?
Of the man who came to the door.
Lurleen, what difference does it make?
Well, a friend of Ricky's came in here the other day looking for him.
So?
His name was Joel.
Honey, what are you trying to say to me?
Elena said that a friend of Ricky's came in here the other day looking for him. His name is Joel, and he's been a friend of Ricky's for a really long time. It was a Joel that came to Gretchen's door when we were hiding in the closet. It all fits together, Ruby.
Sure it does, Lurleen. Just like a coincidence would.
This is more than a coincidence, Ruby.
I don't know, honey. You might be right.
I think I am.
You think that this Joel, who's a friend of Ricky's, is the same Joel that went off with Gretchen?
I think they are.
Well, you know, we gotta go do the books. This place isn't gonna run itself.
All right, I'll help you.
Thank you. Joel, huh? It's a strange coincidence.
It's more than a coincidence. It's the same Joel, I just know it is.
Make a pass at you?
No, honey, he didn't do anything like that.
All right, then what'd he do?
It's not what he did, it's what he said.
Okay, then what'd he say?
Well, he told me what my future was going to be like.
Your future?
Yeah, now that he's manufacturing my designs.
Nita, what exactly did he say?
Well, he said I'd be visiting clients and other boutiques and that we'd be doing a lot of promotions and traveling and... Well, it's all the stuff that you have to do with Justin and it scared me, honey. It still does.
Oh, Nita.
I mean, I didn't count on doing all those things. All I wanted to do was sit here and do my designs. I wanted somebody else to take care of all that. Now Roger wants me to get all involved and I just got afraid.
Afraid, huh?
Afraid that we wouldn't have any time together. Wouldn't have any time for lunches and picnics. Wouldn't have any time by ourselves.
Honey,
No time for our little boy.
we're gonna make time.
It's just not going to be easy.
I mean, who said it had to be easy, but we're gonna do it.
Are we? Are we really?
Sure we are. You're gonna help me every time Justin gets carried away, and I'm gonna help you.
And every time Roger gets going too fast.
And it's... When the world starts to close in on my little Nita, I'm gonna be there, honey. I'm gonna be always with you.
I want you there. Oh, I need you.
I know you do. And that makes me feel real good. Nita, I want you to be so happy. I really do.
Oh, I am. I am. As long as you're right here.
I'm gonna be there, darling. Forever.
Sure, I can pour you one.
No, thank you.
Tell me, you got any ideas why we're losing these oil leases to Marshall Oil?
Yeah, a couple.
Namely?
Hawker Barnes, Boots, Boudreaux.
You think those two characters got their finger in the pie?
I'd bet on it.
I don't think you'd lose a nickel on that bet.
Yeah, but I think they're a blind striker. I think somebody else is pushing behind Marshall Oil real hard.
Any names?
That's your job, remember?
You're right, Grant. You're right. I've been letting everybody down. Having this business in South America and Mexico is driving me crazy. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to get it settled, though, and I'm going to spend more time at home.
Well, I can think of one human being that'd be very happy to hear that.
Who's been talking?
Rena. She missed you very much.
I know. I understand you two are getting along well together.
Yes. Fortunately for me, Stryker, I need her. I need her very much.
It's mutual. She needs you. Right now, things are rather strained at Rena's home territory.
Anything I can do?
No. Nothing anybody can do.
Well, if you need me, I'm here.
You just take care of my daughter.
I will.
Well, I want to see what I can do about old Hawker and Boots.
Okay.
Take care.
You bet.
Did Lurleen or Ruby tell you anything about Miles Rehnquist?
No. It's not what they said, it's how they didn't say it.
I'm sorry, I don't follow that.
Well, as soon as I mentioned Rehnquist's name, they both got real quiet, like they're trying to figure out what to tell me. Then Ruby starts doing all the talking while Lurleen just kind of stands there looking like she's about ready to explode. Ruby gave me some excuse about Lurleen not feeling well, but that's not what I saw. I am sure they are trying to hide something.
Not Lurleen. I know her too well.
I don't know, Rena. She certainly wasn't coming out with anything. Of course, Ruby did haul her away before she could say anything, saying that she wasn't feeling well.
Now you've got it.
Ruby?
Yes, little Miss Ruby Wright. I wouldn't put anything past that one. Darn. And I warned her not to get Lurleen in any kind of trouble.
Look, before we get into anything else, I need to know more about Brett and Miles Rehnquist's relationship.
Well, didn't Brett tell you anything?
No, she's keeping little secrets to herself.
Okay. Ginny Connor's the one you should talk to now. She just might have the whole story.
Ginny?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll take a ride out to the ranch right now. I don't want to waste any time.
You can save yourself a trip, Mark. She said she'll be back here, before lunch.
Oh, fantastic. Well, then I'll just have a talk with her right here then. It's about time we get to the bottom of this thing.
Grant, I have some papers for you to sign.
Just time. Let's see what you got.
Any word on Brett?
No.
Well, Mark's in my office right now talking to Ginny Connor about Miles Rehnquist. Maybe he'll come up with something.
Yeah, maybe.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I know she's an adult. I know that this isn't the first time that she's gone out on her own.
But you still have a right to be concerned.
Do I?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
You're her father.
I don't know. I want her to be independent. I don't want her thinking I'm looking over her shoulder every 5 minutes.
Yes, and that's a good thing. Brett can take care of herself.
I hope she can.
I'm right. I think you know it too, but I know it's still hard for you.
Well, the problem is I don't know where she is. Rena, can I have some woman's advice?
You know you always have that.
Well, what do? Just let her go on? Just let her handle it her own way? Butt out?
When a person loves someone, I guess they do what they have to do and take their chances.
Ginny, I'm glad you came, and maybe we'll stay for a while.
Well, this sounds very important.
It is. Have a seat.
Oh, thanks. Hope I can help you, Mark.
I think you can.
Now, what's this all about?
I'm trying to find out everything I can about Miles Rehnquist.
Miles?
Rena said you might know the whole story.
Do you think that Brett's disappearance has something to do with Miles?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Yes.
Tell me, please, Jenny. Look, I already talked to Ruby Wright and Lurleen Harper about Rehnquist yesterday.
What did they tell you?
Nothing. But they acted like they were hiding something.
Lurleen did that?
You know, you're the second person that had that same reaction.
Well, it's not like Lurleen at all. Something must be going on. This has to have something to do with Miles.
Jenny, just what do you know?
Mark, I really don't know the whole story, but I do know a little bit about Miles Rehnquist.
Whatever you know, please tell me. It's very important to Brett.
All right. Miles showed up in the middle of the night at the ranch during a bad storm. He was injured. His Jeep had gone off the road. I helped him out. He stayed at the ranch in Rena's cabin until he recovered. He was also hiding out there.
Hiding out? From who?
I don't know. Some people who wanted something that he had. They wanted it so badly that they would have killed him. As far as I know, he's still hiding out there.
Why were they after him?
He had something that they wanted, something called a fire compass.
Fire compass?
I've never seen it, but Miles told me about it. It's a small wooden compass. It's something that could fit right in the palm of your hand. It's an old Indian relic.
Why do these people want that?
Well, I don't know. Something about strange powers. Apparently, Miles told me that this has some kind of powers that could cause the death of millions of people that had gotten to the wrong hands.
Why didn't you just leave here if these people were after him?
That's just it, Mark. He lost the compass at the ranch. He hid it, and somebody took it. Steve found it.
Steve, your son?
Yes. Steve traded it to a little friend of his, Gregory Linden, who's Ashley Marshall's cousin. And then they traded it back, and when they did that, Bo Baker took it.
Who's Bo Baker?
Bo Baker was a ranch hand, and he was also working for the people who were after Miles.
Whoa. Was one of your ranch hands?
Yes. After Bo found the fire compass, he disappeared. And then Miles disappeared.
And now Brett.
Brett was so anxious to help Miles. She'd read all his books. She admired him. She believed in him.
And it's no coincidence that he disappears and now she disappears, huh?
I don't think so.
Look, Ginny, do you have any idea where they might be?
No. Unless...
What?
Haitopa.
What's that?
Haitopa. It's a place that Miles talked about over and over again. It's an old Indian name, and it means the place of the great fire.
Where is it?
That I don't know. Only Miles knew where it was.
Haitopa.
Do you think that Brett and Miles could be there?
Right now, I'd say it's number one on our list. Now all we have to do is find this Haitopa.
Out unexpectedly. To find the prospector's hut, you must locate a dry stream bed of many twists and turns. You are heading due north towards a sheer wall of rock. Suddenly, you will find yourself in a circular, open area.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
Rena, thanks
For what?
for being here. Oh, Stryker came by.
Daddy?
Yeah.
What did he want?
Well, he heard about the loss of the oil leases, so he's kind of concerned.
He needn't be.
Oh?
I can handle it.
Oh, I see.
And I can handle Justin Marshall and anybody else I have to make my production division a success.
Oh, I'm sure you could. Rena, how are things at home?
Not very good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry, too.
Rena, hey, you and Stryker have another conversation about your money?
Conversation. Grant, it was more of a head-on collision. Did he say anything?
No. He's not talking.
I always thought I knew my father. Guess I never really did.
Well, for your information, it's bothering him an awful lot.
I'll just bet.
Oh, Rena, come on. You gotta
I'm
go
sorry,
down
Gran.
there. There's some
I
people
know.
around.
I know this attitude isn't going to get me anywhere, but I can't help it. I am so angry I can't have a decent conversation with him. He hurt my mother very badly. That's not fair. I can't let him get away with it. Oh.
Brett, where are you?
Hi, Anita.
Roger.
You're just the person I want to see.
Well, I wanted to see you too. Hi.
More designs, huh?
Yeah, actually, I made some changes in some of the designs you've already seen, but I thought we'd go over them.
Well, good. I'd like to see them.
Okay, I have them right here.
Well, hold it. There's something more important we have to take care of first.
More important?
Well, something I hope that you're going to get very excited about.
Well, what is it?
Our schedule.
Schedule?
You're going to be one very, very busy lady. I hope you're up to it.
I hope so, too.
I was talking to several buyers. They're all very interested in your designs. What I wanted to do was set up some dinner so we can sit down and talk business, and I'd like you to be there.
Me? No. Roger, I think it should just be you. I don't know anything about
You
deals.
are the designer. I mean, the designer is the most important part of the deal. I think they want to meet you. It's just good business.
Do you think I should do it?
I do.
Okay, I will. I will.
Good. Now for the really big news.
Oh, there's more.
I've spoken to a buyer from one of the largest department store chains in the country. If things work out the way I hope they will, you and I are going to be flying to New York to meet him.
New York City?
Oh, it's not definite yet, but it's a very real possibility.
New York City?
The big time. Oh, now about those dinners with the buyers. Is Thursday night a good night for you?
Thursday.
Well, Wednesday is a possibility. We just have to steer clear of the weekends.
I don't think it's a coincidence, Ruby.
Oh, Lurleen, you're not going to start that again.
That voice in my head is talking to me.
That voice in your head is going to get you in a whole lot more trouble than we're already in, Lurleen.
Ruby, I just
Lurleen, it's a long shot. 1,000 to 1.
I know, but there's always that one chance.
I know. You could be right, Lurleen.
What if, Ruby? What if the Joel that knows Ricky and the Joel that came to Gretchen's apartment are the same one? Where does that leave Ricky and Brad?
I wish that voice in your head would shut up. It's starting to convince me.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that I should try to find out more from Elena when she comes back.
Lurleen, we can't do that.
Why not?
Because Elena is a troublemaker. She always has been, and the last thing we need right now is more trouble.
Ruby, you've got her all wrong.
Oh, do I? What do you think she'd do if she found out we were the ones who dumped Bo's body out by Marshall Village, Lurleen? What do you think your friend Elena is going to do with that piece of information?
Lurleen?
Oh, how Billy Joe?
Hey, big brother. How you doing?
Oh, about as well as can be expected, considering the circumstances.
Well, how come you're over here instead of at the TV station where you belong?
You know, Ruby, Ricky's the reason I'm here instead of over at the TV studio. Now, have you heard from him lately?
Not a word.
Well, something's going on.
What could be going on?
I don't know, but something's going on. This isn't like Ricky at all. Now we're all relying on him, and we've made some changes in the show to add him on. And he's just gone off somewhere.
Look, honey, there's no use getting worked up over nothing.
Over nothing? You know where he is?
Well, not exactly, but I'm sure he'll turn up.
You know, Ruby, you're some great manager. You can't keep track of half your clients,
Billy
can you?
Joe, the situation is well in hand.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is.
As a matter of fact, I'm in direct contact with Brett Wheeler's family right now. I'm leaving no stone unturned here.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Mark Wheeler came over and we talked to him about this man Rehnquist.
Lurleen?
She didn't mean that.
Oh, wait a
Joe.
minute,
What
wait
she
a
meant-
minute. I want to know just what's going on now.
On The Doctors, Greta asks Billy for a divorce.
Divorce can be a very ugly situation.
Don't threaten me, Billy, because I will fight you with everything I've got.
To fight Greta, Billy puts the squeeze on Natalie.
I'm giving you 24 hours to come up with that $1,500, or else I blow the lid on your little fantasy dream world with Luke.
The Doctors, weekdays on NBC.
Dad, you busy?
No, what is it?
I need to talk to you. I think I may have a lead on Brett.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, Jenny Connor and I spoke this afternoon, and from what she said, I got a feeling Brett may have really gotten herself into something this time.
Well, come on, Mark, out with it.
Well, you've always given us a pretty free rein. I mean, especially Brett.
Mark, what are you trying to say?
You may have to get involved this time.
Is Brett in danger?
I think she may be, Dad. I'm not sure.
All right, then. We have to do what we have to do.
Glad you said that.
Mark, what exactly is going on?
Ricky!
What are you talking about, Lurleen? Now, what Rehnquist man?
Rehnquist?
Lurleen,
Oh,
Ruby, what is she talking about here?
go on, Lurleen. You told him this much, you might as well go on and just tell him the rest. Ruby, Lurleen, just tell him. Go ahead. Well, this man was looking for a puzzle.
Who's looking for a puzzle?
This man, Rehnquist, who showed up at our apartment.
Whoa. What kind of puzzle are you talking about?
Same one that our next-door neighbor was looking for.
Gretchen?
Yes, she wanted it too. Only when she found it, there was a piece missing.
Lurleen, what are you talking about?
You asked her what was going on, she just told you.
Hold on here. You two trying to pull something, aren't you? Cooking up this crazy story about a puzzle? You're trying to hide something. But I know what it is.
You do?
Darn right I do. You don't have the faintest idea where Ricky is, do you? Huh? Well, you better hope he shows up soon, because if he doesn't, you can just kiss his TV show goodbye. Vicki Bellman isn't going to wait around forever, darling.
Ruby, I'm not going to say a word, Lurleen.
What do you know? Ashley Linden was president of her sorority. Now, who would know all about you and your life, Ashley? No one better than one of your sorority sisters. I'd bet those Kappa Gamma Phi's know everything. Let's see. I think I'll start with Julia Whitman. Whitman. Here it goes.
Hello?
Hello, may I speak to Julia Whitman, please?
This is Julia Whitman.
Is this the Julia Whitman that went to the University of Texas?
Yes, I attended the university.
That's terrific. I'm calling in regards to a sorority sister of yours.
A sorority?
Yes,
Ashley Linden. Do you remember her?
No, but...
Well, she was president of Kappa Gamma Phi. I'm looking at the yearbook right now.
I don't think that's right.
Yes, it is. Ashley Linden's picture is on the upper right-hand corner, and your picture is in the bottom of the third column.
I'm afraid you've made a mistake, dear.
No, I'm sure I haven't.
I'm sure you have, because I was never in a sorority.
Never in a sorority? You are Julia Whitman.
Yes, I'm Julia Whitman.
And you did go to the University of Texas.
That's right. The great class of 1942.
42?
Tell me, my dear, are you from the class of 42?
No, I'm afraid I'm not. I'm sorry. I must have called the wrong Julia Whitman.
You must want my daughter. She was named after me.
Oh, well, yes, it could be your daughter.
She was in a sorority. Why don't I give you her number?
Yes, please do that.
Of course. It's...
Okay.
5553987. Right. I've got it, Mrs. Whitman. I'll be sure to call your daughter, and thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I think I'll just try Julia Jr. Maybe I'll hit pay dirt.
I did it, didn't I?
I'm not saying a word, Lurleen.
Yeah, but you're looking at me that way. But maybe we should sit down with Billy Joe and straighten things out.
Forget it, Lurleen. Every time we try and straighten things out, things just get more and more confusing. Nobody understands us. Nobody believes us anyway, especially Billy Joe. What's the point?
This is so confusing.
It's all Bo's fault.
Ruby.
Lurleen, when is this gonna end?
Hi, is Andy here yet? Oh no, he called and he said he was gonna be late.
I guess I'll leave you two alone to chat.
On top of everything else, I wish the two of you try to get along better.
Oh, Lurleen, forget it.
Well, what's messing the two of you up now?
All right, you want to know?
It's the way she uses people.
She offered me the chance to appear on Billy Joe's show, thinking that if she was nice to me, I would tell her where Ricky was. Except that when she found out that I didn't know where Ricky was and I couldn't give her any information, she took back the offer. Very nice, huh? She cares about nobody but herself.
No, Elena, she really does care about a lot of people. She's really pretty worried about Ricky right now.
Oh, yeah, because if he doesn't show, it'll cost her.
I just wish we knew where he was.
He'll turn up. He always does. You know, this isn't like Ricky, though.
When we were talking earlier, you said a friend of Ricky stopped by here?
Joel.
And that he was leaving town.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Do you know where he was going?
I think so. See, Joel's a guide, and he was taking some lady naturalist on an expedition.
Lady naturalist?
Uh-huh. Her name was Gretchen something or other.
Hello?
Hello, is this Julia Morrow, the former Julia Whitman?
Yes, it is.
Did you go to University of Texas?
Yes, I did.
And were you a sorority sister of Ashley Linden?
Ashley Linden, yes, I was.
Oh, good.
Is this Ashley?
No, I'm Rena Decker.
Oh, well, what can I do for you, Miss Decker?
Please call me Rena.
All right, Rena. Now, how can I help you?
Well, I'm a reporter.
Oh, for the newspaper?
No, for television. I'm with KVIK.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't watch very much television.
I see. Well, I'm working on a special report on successful executive women in Houston, and in fact in the whole state. And I wanted to talk to you about Ashley Linden.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting.
I hope so. Do you suppose that maybe we could get together for lunch, say, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Let me think. I don't see why not.
Okay, where should we meet?
Oh, I know a darling little cafe. Do you know JC's on Hawthorne?
Oh, sure. How about 12 noon?
Oh, that'll be fine.
Great.
Oh, I don't know how much help I'm going to be, though.
Oh?
Well, I haven't spoken to Ashley since college. I haven't even seen her. In fact, I didn't even know she was in Houston until I read about her in the newspaper.
You've read about her?
Oh, yeah, when she married Justin Marshall. Oh, that's so nice. I'm really glad everything worked out so well for Ashley. You know, I've been meaning to get in touch with her ever since I read about her marriage, but Well, something or other always pops up. So I just hope I can help you.
Well, if you were friendly with her in college, you can help me with the early years.
Well, in that case, you've come to the right place.
We were pretty close. That's just what I want to hear. I'm sure you'll be able to give me all the information I'm looking for. Well, we'll see each other tomorrow then. Hmm?
Okay, it's a date.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Yes, ma'am. Just the information I'm looking for.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
Her name was Gretchen?
Yeah. Gretchen, something with an R. It was, Randall, Randolph. Gretchen Randolph, that was it.
Did Joe mention where he was taking her?
Yeah, he said that he was going to someplace near the Nueces River, and it had an Indian name. It was, something like Utopia. High-Topa.
High-Topa?
Yeah. Isn't that a funny name? Well, Lurleen, why do you want to know all of this?
Oh, you know me. I'm just curious.
Yep. Well, I think it's time for me to go rehearse. Would you tell Andy to meet me back at the bandstand?
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Why do I get the feeling that she's mad at me for something? Can't imagine what I did. She say anything to you, Lurleen? Lurleen?
It's the same person, Ruby.
What? Who's the same person?
Joel. The 1 in 1,000 is him. And not only that, he's gone off with Gretchen to that place with the funny name, High-Topa.
How do you know this for sure, Lurleen?
Because Elena just told me that's how.
This part of Texas was brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Offshore marine forecast for the south half of Lake Huron. Southwest winds at 8 to 16 knots, becoming southerly at 10 to 20 knots early tonight. The winds becoming northeast at 10 to 20 knots Tuesday. The lake is mostly ice covered. For Lake St. Clair, southwest winds at 5 to 10 knots, becoming southerly at 10 to 20 knots early tonight, then becoming northeast at 8 to 15 knots Tuesday. The lake is ice covered. For the west half of Lake Erie, south to southeast winds increasing to 15 to 25 knots this afternoon, becoming southwest early tonight, northwest at 20 to 30 knots late tonight. The winds will be northwest at 15.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello, Mama.
How are you feeling?
Just fine. How are you, honey?
Fine. Is Daddy home yet?
No, he isn't.
Will he be home for dinner?
I don't know. You'll have to check with Beth about that. I have other plans.
You're going out.
Yes.
Going to Hunt's place?
As a matter of fact, I am.
I don't care what you say, Ruby. I think we should do something.
About what?
I told you what Elena said.
Honey, I know what she said, but I don't really see what we can do about it.
It all fits in with my theory.
I know.
Ruby, this is a matter of life and death.
How do you figure that?
Well, Elena said that Ricky's friend Joel took a woman named Gretchen Randolph to that Indian place with the funny name.
High Toe Pie.
That's the one.
Well, maybe it was another Gretchen.
Oh, Ruby, we can't afford to take that chance. Now, we know that Gretchen killed Miles Rehnquist, and she tried to kill you, too.
I know, Darlene.
I think you're right.
I do. I just don't want to face it.
But if Brett and Ricky are there and she went after them, they could be in real trouble.
Well, it's not much, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if we get caught in a storm, at least we'll be well protected. Can you hand me that sleeping bag over there?
Here you go.
Thank you. Britt, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that
What?
I guess I didn't realize how much I was hoping that Miles would be here.
Well, maybe he's already been here and gone on ahead.
No, I don't see any sign of him.
Brett, Miles is very careful. Look at the way he left Rena's cabin. We never found a trace of him when we searched it.
That's very true, Ricky. Knowing the danger, he'd be very careful to cover up his tracks.
Yeah, of course he would. You gotta keep your hope up, okay? Look, maybe Miles went on to that cavern that he described in that letter.
Oh, I hope so.
Hey, keep the faith, Brett. We'll set out early looking for him tomorrow.
Adams, do you read me? Adams, this is Gretchen. Adams, do you read me?
I hear you, Gretchen. Loud and clear. Where's the guide?
Asleep.
Does he suspect anything?
No.
Have you located Brett Wheeler and her friend?
Yeah, they're in a hut down on the floor of the canyon. They've been easy to trace. They aren't making any attempts to conceal themselves.
What about the fire compass? Do they have the missing piece?
That's what I'm going to find out. I'm changing and heading for the hut now.
Texas. The first part of Texas is brought to you by the first powdered detergent with a full-strength fabric softener built right in. Bold 3. Cleans, softens, controls static. Bold 3.
Hi, Gregory.
Oh, hi.
Where's everybody?
Work.
I'm late. I thought I'd be the last one in.
Well, you're not.
So what are you doing?
Homework.
What kind?
Science.
Can I help?
Yeah, maybe. What do you know about electricity?
Well, I know all about Benjamin Franklin and his kite.
Thanks. But I think I better do this myself.
What? You mean you don't want the benefit of my vast scientific knowledge?
Oh, give me a break. Vast scientific knowledge. Get off me. Hey, you made me lose my place.
You don't care.
Yes, I do.
No,
I
you
have to do a diagram.
You can do it later. You can do it later, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because I want to talk to you.
About what?
About us. I'm moving out, Gregory.
What do you mean?
I'm getting an apartment of my own.
I was hoping that you would stay home tonight, Mama. I thought that maybe Daddy, you and I could all have dinner together.
Under the circumstances, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Mama, if we all sit down together and discuss this like 3 civilized human beings...
Rena, please. I know you mean well, and I appreciate your concern, but this is really something your father and I have to work out between us.
Well, fine. You can have dinner with Daddy, and I'll make other arrangements with Grant. I'll leave you alone.
Wouldn't do any good.
Mama, it's worth trying.
Not at this moment.
I know how much your marriage means to you.
Please, Rena.
It's worth fighting for, Mama. You just can't turn your back and avoid the issue.
I am not avoiding anything. Now, your father has decided to get on with his own life and live it the way he sees fit. I intend to do the same. Please, honey, I'm going out now, and good night. Don't wait up for me.
Are you mad at me?
No, of course not.
Then why do you want to leave me?
Gregory, it's not you I'm leaving.
Yes, it is.
No, you don't understand. You see, I have no choice.
But you promised me.
Well, I know. But, there comes
When
a time...
Mama died, you promised me that we'd always stick together. Always.
Oh, I know, but... Just because I'm moving out, that doesn't mean we're not going to get a chance to see each other. No.
It's because of Ashley, isn't it?
Yeah, partly.
Why can't you two get along?
She doesn't like me.
She does. She worries about you all the time.
Well, I don't want her worrying about me. See, Gregory, I'm too old for that. Now, there comes a time when you have to be an adult. You have to be on your own.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll see, it'll happen to you.
We should just try to get along.
I have tried.
I want you to go. I want us all to be together, like a family.
Oh. Gregory, I don't want to go, but I have to. Hey, it's not all that bad. Well, just think, when I'm gone, you'll have lots more room to yourself.
I don't need any more room.
Sure you do. You're going to need a whole nother room just to put all those model racing cars you're going to be building. And you'll finally have a place to put that aquarium you're always talking about.
I don't need an aquarium. I'd rather have you.
I love you, Gregory.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know. I just know I have to get out of here.
Hi, y'all. I'm sorry I'm late. Every time I tried to get out of that office, somebody else called. Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing, I guess.
What?
I told Gregory I'm leaving. I'm getting a place of my own.
Gregory? Why don't you go to your room and do your homework, okay? Come on. I'm gonna talk to Alice.
Ricky, we're just wasting our time.
You don't know that.
Miles hasn't gone ahead to that cavern.
Brett.
He couldn't find the cavern, not without the missing piece.
Brett, Miles is very experienced. And he's already got the advantage of knowing he's been over this terrain before.
Ricky, that's not gonna matter.
You read what he said in the letter? Without the fire compass, Miles experienced this sense of complete disorientation. I just went through the same thing, Ricky.
Brett, there's no sense in letting ourselves get defeated before we start.
No. But we might as well face up to the realities of this situation. Unless Miles shows up with the rest of the fire compass, we're just on a wild goose chase.
No, we're not. Look, we've at least got the instructions from the letter that Miles left.
Oh, yeah, and I'll tell you, I've read this letter over and over, and I still can't understand it all.
Well, then you're just going to have to read it again. Now, we have got to retrace exactly what Miles did when he first happened onto this hut.
When I first saw Sutar's Rock and its symbols, I knew nothing of the fire compass. But as I read the symbols, with my knowledge of these ancient signs, I realized that the entrance to the cave and its secrets were protected by Sutar's magic.
They could be found only with the fire compass which he had shaped from the heart of an ancient oak. My rational mind said that if there was a cave entrance nearby, I could find it without some magical toy. But Sutar's magic seemed to grip me. Senses became. The canyon walls spun irrationally overhead. Treacherous crevice, black as the blackest night.
Your theory is right. I don't really see what we can do about it. We ought to get help. Honey, you already told your story to the police. Well, I think we should talk to the FBI or the Texas Rangers. We can't do that. Why not? Because, Lurleen, it's just a theory. We don't have any evidence. We can't even prove there's been a crime committed. Well, you were kidnapped. I know, but can we prove it? No, I guess not. Not really. You see, Lurleen, we can't go running around and screaming about a crime when we don't have any evidence. It's just going to get us in more trouble. Well, then, you and I are just going to have to find out where this hot topai is, and we're going to have to go there on our own. That is absolutely the worst idea you've had yet. Why? Because it's dangerous. Well, if Brett and Ricky are there, they could be in danger.
We don't know if Brett and Ricky are there, and we don't know if they're in danger.
But if my theory is
Lurleen,
right...
the only thing we know for sure is that Gretchen took off for this place called High Topaz. And if that's where she is, it's the last place in the world I want to go.
She still got your money. Don't you want to get it back?
How am I going to do that, Lurleen? You saw all the guns she packed.
Well, maybe you could sit down and talk to her.
Talk to her? She's the last person in the world I want to talk to, Lurleen. She can keep my money.
She what?
I'd rather be poor and alive than rich and dead. And that's exactly what I'm going to be if you and me go after Gretchen.
Are you expecting anybody?
No. Who is it?
Mark Wheeler.
Just a minute. Hi, Mark. What can we do for you?
Well, I was hoping you might be able to tell me a little information.
Sure, if we can. Come on in.
Spoke with Jenny Connor this afternoon. After what she said, I'm more convinced than ever that Brett's disappearance has something to do with Miles Rehnquist.
Well, we already told you everything we know about him.
Look, did Ricky ever mention a place called High Topaz or something called a fire compass?
I don't know. You see,
I know we agreed to keep this just between ourselves. But I think Mark is different. He has a personal stake in this. And I think we ought to tell him everything we know.
All right, what makes you think that you're going to move out?
I don't think that I'm gonna move out. I am moving out.
I thought we'd already settled this, Allison.
We didn't settle anything.
Yes, we did. You asked me, and I said no.
I didn't ask you, Ashley. I told you what my plans are. You seem to forget that I'm 18 now and that I don't need your permission.
Oh, okay. I see.
The only thing we need to discuss, however, Ashley, is money.
Yeah, I thought we'd get around to that.
Now, I've asked Rita if I can work full-time at World Oil.
Uh-huh. And she agreed.
She said I was too valuable to waste on a part-time position. So you see, Ashley, I'll have enough money to afford my own apartment, whether you like it or not.
Uh-huh. But there is that little problem of money up front, right?
Well, if you want me to live in a decent place.
Boy, this is some game you're playing, little lady.
It's not a game.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. See, no matter what I say, I'm gonna be wrong. If I say no, I'm smothering you. If I say yes, I'm abdicating my responsibilities.
You're not responsible for me.
And
I don't know why you keep insisting that you are.
Will made me responsible for you. And I do not think that you are ready to live alone.
It's your opinion, Ashley.
Well, it's an opinion based on very solid evidence.
What exactly are you so afraid that I'm going to do?
I'm afraid that you are going to make mistakes, little lady, mistakes that you are going to regret and you will be able to do nothing about until it's too late.
Well, I'll live with my mistakes.
That's so easy to say, but it's not easy to do.
You're worse than Aunt Hildy. Now, sometimes you just sound so old.
I am. Oh, believe me, I am so old in terms of experience. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, Ashley, if you won't give me the money, I'll just have to go somewhere else for it.
All right.
Maybe I'll get it from Justin.
No. Oh, no. You're not going to divide this house, and nobody's going to choose sides.
I'm not trying to do that.
Well, then what are you doing? Don't do this, Allison. If you don't care how I feel, why don't you think about Gregory's feelings? Think how much this is going to hurt him, and Justin, too.
All my life, you've tried to tell me what to do. And Aunt Hildy backed you up. But Aunt Hildy is dead now, and you are never going to tell me what to do again.
Allison, just listen to me.
No, Ashley, I think you better start listening to me. If you won't give me the money, maybe Mr. Hannibal will.
Allison, stop
scares you? Why does that scare you? Why would I mention Mr. Hannibal, actually?
Allison, please.
I said I'm leaving. And I am.
Vicky, 2 nights in a row. I'm beginning to think that my ship's come in.
Oh, it's going to take more than my club sodas to keep you in the black, though.
Well, my dear lady, you may not fill my coffers, but you definitely lift my spirits.
Well, good.
Hey, boss, your friend from the bank. I'm sorry to desert you so soon, Vicky, but I've got some business to take care of.
Please, go ahead, hon. It's nothing serious, I hope.
Isn't money always serious, ma'am?
Rena!
Hello, Daddy.
Surprised to see you.
Why?
Well, you and Grant been getting along so well, I figured you'd be with him.
I had a date with him, but I broke it.
Why?
Because I think it's time you and I had a talk.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
Why don't you sit down, Mark?
So you do have something to tell me, huh?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, we do know something about the fire compass and about Hato-Pa. But the whole thing has been so crazy, we've been afraid to take anybody else into our confidence.
Look, I understand. It's okay. It was a wise move on your part. From what Ginny told me, these people that are after the fire compass are pretty dangerous.
Oh, they are. They even kidnapped Ruby.
And they were gonna... See, we've heard about the fire compass and about Hato-Pa, but we don't exactly know what they are or why anybody's so upset about them.
Well, seeing as how you're already involved, I may as well fill you in on what Ginny told me.
Well, how come Jenny's involved in this?
She was the one that discovered Professor Rehnquist's body when he was injured in a storm.
Professor Rehnquist?
That's right. He's a professor of geology.
Oh, well, see, we didn't really know that.
Well, then
we were never introduced to Mr.
how
Rehnquist.
did you know all
well,
about
I'll tell you all about it, but first, why don't you tell us what Ginny said?
Well, according to Ginny, the fire compass is a key to everything. People will kill to get it. Millions of lives could be in danger because of it.
All because of the fire compass?
That's right.
Well, that explains why Gretchen was so...
And this all leads to a place called Hato-Pa?
Yeah, it can't be found unless you have the fire compass.
Well, where's the fire compass now?
Ginny doesn't know. According to her, Professor Rehnquist had it but lost it. Then it apparently fell into the hands of one of the men who was pursuing him, a ranch hand by the name of Bo Baker.
Bo?
You know him?
No. Somebody mentioned his name to us one time.
Who?
Our next-door neighbor, Gretchen Randolph. See, and ever since we moved in here, she took to camping out in our living room. She was always coming over with coffee cake and everything, wanting to talk.
Only she turned out to be a gangster.
Yeah, well, we think she might have been one of the people who were after Professor Rehnquist.
What makes you say that?
She kidnapped me.
She kidnapped? Why?
Well, she thought I knew something about the fire compass.
This doesn't even make any sense.
Well, that's what I kept telling her, but she thought I had some missing piece to the fire compass.
So why did she let you go?
Well, she didn't. She was going to shoot me.
Only I rescued her. I dressed up like a nun and I turned in a fire alarm.
Look, even if this is true, I don't know how this even has any connection with Brett's disappearance.
You see, I had some trouble with that, too. Lurleen is the one who put it all together.
You see, I knew that Gretchen knew that Brett and Professor Rehnquist were really good friends.
And so, when she couldn't get what she wanted out of me, we figured she must have gone after Brett.
Yeah, and then when Elena told me that a friend of Ricky's named Joel took someone named Gretchen to this Hato-Pa place, I knew I had to be right.
If Brett and Ricky have gone to Hato-Pa, they could be in real danger.
Maybe we should go after them.
I don't know. Maybe. There's just so much we need to find out.
Maybe we can help.
I hope so, but I just can't stand around here waiting, not while my sister's in danger.
Hey, Brett, why don't you give that thing a rest? Maybe it'll look different to you in the morning.
I hope so. Because it sure looks hopeless to me now.
Hey, nothing's hopeless. Not when there's somebody with your determination to work on the case.
You must just think I'm crazy, dragging out here on the basis of this letter.
Well, we do have a piece of the fire compass.
Oh, yeah, one little piece.
Well, hey, that's more than Miles had when he made that first trip out here.
Miles happens to be an expert in the ancient Indian languages, and he could interpret anything he found.
Hey, I don't think you're crazy. And I really do admire you for what you're doing.
You do?
Sure. Look, Miles asks you for your help, and you do everything in your power to follow his instructions.
Well, it's not just for Miles, you know. In that letter, he says that millions of people could be killed if the wrong person gains access to that cavern or its secret room. Ricky, thank you for sharing the risk of this. The responsibility.
Hey, do you really think that I'd let you come out here all alone?
I appreciate it.
Hey, maybe we better turn in, huh? Get an early start tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we should. Oh. You'd think I'd never been in the wilderness before.
Yeah, but that thing was pretty close. Let me see if I can't catch a glimpse of our visitor. I want to take this flashlight, go out there and see if I can't scare that coyote away. Maybe he'll be snooping around that stuff I...
Ricky. Just be careful.
Hey, I will. Okay? Be right back.
I thought I made it clear last night, Rena. We don't have anything to talk about.
Daddy, you can't go on like this. You and Mama have got to make an effort. You've got to work this thing out.
You stay out of it. Doesn't concern you.
Daddy, how can you say that to me? You're my parents, and I love you both. And I hate the way you're not talking, and I hate the way Mama goes running off to Hunt's place night after night.
What are you talking about?
You don't know, do you? You have been away so long from us, you don't know what's going on here.
Well, I'm here now. What's this Hunt's place you're talking about?
It's a place called the Starlight Lounge. It's a couple of blocks from the station.
Your mother start drinking again?
Would you care if she did?
Rena, I ask you a question. Has your mother started to drink again?
No. She doesn't go there to drink, Daddy. She goes there to sing.
How do you know?
I know because I saw her there. And so did Grant. It's a new place, and some guy at the office told us about it, so Grant and I went there for a late supper, and I saw Mama singing at the piano.
No, Vicky always did like to sing.
Yes, but in public? Daddy, don't you care why she's doing this?
Wouldn't Grant say something?
No, Grant wouldn't say anything, but he's got to wonder. I mean, why would Vicki Bellman, head of the Victory Network, be singing in a bar?
Do you think that's where she is this evening?
Yes. Now, what are you going to do about it, Daddy?
Well, business rears its ugly head again.
I know all about that.
Well, in honor of our mutual knowledge, let's have another round. Bobby, give us 2 more club sodas and go easy on the ice, huh?
What was all about, Hunt?
Oh, that? It was nothing. Just another round in the grand old game of keep the wolf from the door.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. More or less.
You can level with me, Hunt. Are you having financial problems?
doctors, Greta asks Billy for a divorce.
Divorce can be a very ugly situation.
Don't threaten me, Billy, because I will fight you with everything I've got.
To fight Greta, Billy puts the squeeze on Natalie.
I'm giving you 24 hours to come up with that $1,500 or else I blow the lid on your little fantasy dream world with Luke.
The Doctors, weekdays on NBC.
In answer to your straightforward question, yes, I am having money problems. But then, who isn't these days? Even the government's in over its head.
I'm sorry, hon.
You know, we're living in what my granddaddy would have called troubled times.
Well, I didn't mean to meddle in your affairs, but Bob told me that the man was from the bank.
Look, Vicky, you don't have to apologize. You spend your life in the business world. It's a natural question for you to ask.
How serious is the problem?
Well, I had a little difficulty making the payments on the loan that I used to open the bar. But it's being taken care of.
Anything I can do?
That's not necessary.
But, Hunt, I want to help.
Look, Vicky, I appreciate your offer, but the situation's under control.
All right. Remember, I'm a friend.
Yes. And I never borrow money from friends. It's a good way to lose them. Vicky, would you really like to help me?
Of course.
Good. Then come on over to the piano with me and do a number.
You call that help?
Look, I'll take a song over money any day.
Well, in that case, let's do a whole set.
Ashley?
What, baby?
I finished my homework. Can I come out now?
Of course you can.
Where's Allison?
She's gone.
Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Don't cry. It'll be all right.
Come here. Oh, thank you. I hope it'll be all right.
You're gonna miss her, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're missing too. Maybe she'll come back.
Maybe.
Even if she doesn't, we can still see her, can't we?
Was I too strict, Gregory?
No. You just worried about her.
I'm sorry. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry.
Allison, it's a little late, isn't it?
Yes, I guess it is. Is your mother here?
No, she isn't. Come on in.
Thank you.
What is it?
Well, I just wanted to talk, and she was so nice to me the last time.
Allison, is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Allison, you can tell me. Is it Ashley? Did you have another fight with Ashley?
Yes, I did. Rena, I can't go back there tonight. I can't.
What did you and Ashley fight about?
What do you think?
Working full-time at World Oil.
Bingo.
And I suppose she doesn't want you living on your own either.
You think it's all right, don't you, Rena?
Of course I do.
Well, that's the difference. You trust me. You treat me like I'm an adult.
You found your apartment yet?
I haven't had time to look.
Where do you intend to spend the night?
Hotel?
Oh, now, wait a minute. I think we've got to talk about this.
Oh, I have the money.
It isn't a question of the money. I just don't think you should spend the night in a hotel alone.
Well, it's only one night, Rena. And if you give me the day off tomorrow, I'm sure I could find a studio apartment.
No, I think you should stay here.
I couldn't do that.
Why not?
Well, Ashley would be furious.
Don't worry about Ashley. I'll take care of Ashley. Have you had any dinner yet?
I haven't.
Okay. I'll have Beth put an extra plate on the table. You just make yourself at home.
What would I do without you, Rena?
You know, Lurleen, Mark is sure a whole lot different than those sisters of his. Yeah, I suppose so.
Brett and Lacey always make me feel sort of inferior. But Mark is so...
No, Ruby, I don't understand you.
What? What did I do now?
Well, first of all, you tell me not to tell anybody anything, and then you turn right around and you tell Mark Wheeler everything.
I didn't tell him everything.
Well, you might just as well have.
I didn't tell him about you smashing Professor Rehnquist over the head with a vase of flowers, did I?
You didn't tell him about Bo either.
I didn't think it was important. I only told him what I thought was basically essential for him to know. Besides, we ended up learning a whole lot more than he did. I mean, we know a lot more about the fire compass now than we did before.
Yeah, and the more we know, the more confusing it is. I swear, between Elena and Billy Joe and Mark and the police, I have trouble remembering who knows what.
Well, you can forget about everybody else but Mark. He's the only important one.
Why is he so important?
Well, for one thing, he can help me get my money back from Gretchen.
I thought you were going to forget all about that.
You weren't listening, Lurleen. That wasn't what I said. I said you and me could forget about going after the money by ourselves. But Mark changes all that.
I don't see how.
Because he's a man, Lurleen. He's a strong, capable, enterprising man.
Uh-oh. It always worries me when you get that look on your face.
What look?
You're cooking something up, aren't you, Ruby?
Oh, don't be silly, honey. I'm not doing anything of the kind. I'm just looking after our mutual interests.
Well, that worries me even more.
I wonder if High Topaz is really that hard to get to.
Ruby?
Well, see, Mark said we needed that fire compass thing, you know, with all those little diagrams and everything to lead us to the treasure. But I really wonder if there isn't some other way to do it. I mean, I wonder if we could...
Ruby!
Be quiet, honey. I'm trying to think about something.
It's all right here, Ruby.
What are you talking about?
The fire compass. It's all right here in the print I made.
Let me see that.
It's all here, Ruby.
Lurleen, I gotta call Mark and tell him about this right away.
Ruby!
What? What's the matter?
We have a problem. If we show this to Mark, we're gonna have to explain to him how we got it. And that means telling him about Bo and about Miles. I knew we shouldn't have lied to him.
Oh, Lurleen. Why can't anything ever be easy?
Well, it's all clear.
Was it a coyote?
Yeah, I think so, but he wasn't out there anywhere. I did a double loop around the hut. He was nowhere to be found. Hey, does that bother you?
I'm not scared of anything on four legs. It's the two-legged animals I worry about.
Well, I think we better get some sleep. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day.
Good night, Ricky.
Good night, Brett. I'll see you in the morning.
took longer to get down into the canyon than I had anticipated.
Did you find them?
Yes, no problem.
Do you have anything to report?
Nothing definite. I couldn't overhear as much as I wanted.
Do they have the missing piece?
I don't know. But I do know they're planning to go back deeper into the canyon tomorrow.
Good.
And if they have that missing piece, I am going to take care of them once and for all. Nobody will ever find their bodies in this canyon.
Why are you dressed like that?
I was just restless.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
Just one look at you, my heart goes tipsy in me. You alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms around you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama, do, my sweet, embraceable
This part of Texas was brought to you by the Comfortable Diaper. Love's disposable diapers. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
This gave us a mean of 17, which was 15 degrees below normal. So far for the